All right. Sorry for being a little bit late today. Had to take care of a little bit of business, but I'm here. I'm late, but I'm here. So tonight we are going to be featuring one of many videos on Black excellence, including both men and women. And right now, I just want to kick the beat. And I think I'm going to kick the beat like, how do I want to do this? This one. All right, everybody, we're going to get this warmed up. Wait for everybody to get here.
We are the ones, the earth painted in love. Abu Sayyadum, family is a force. From the red clay hills to obsidian nights, our skin tells stories, the sky still remembers.
Orimigo, my spirit hears. We wear tones of the ancestors' breath. Ebony like carved drum wood, honey glow with copper blood. Shea butter, bronze, sun-kissed tan, the kind of brown that holds the land. We are morning mist and twilight flame. Guvu ya dunya, the power of earth, each shade an echo of a holy frame.
Deepest dust to golden morning, every shade a soul is born.
In Zuri, you are beautiful, no two tones the same, yet all are
You
true.
shine like sun through forest leaves, we bloom like truth that never leaves.
Light and dark, the gift we bring, each of us the same.
Songs glow like caramel under candlelight. Some
Hope everybody had a good week.
Out of sight.
About to get this party started.
With olive and wine. Almond dust, Oceana divine. Obanla, you are a great one. A crown bearing hill, second to none. Our skin holds the winds of Sahel, the songs of the Niger, the gold dust of Ghana, the fire of chemistry.
Your name is honor, your color is ceremony, your skin is a sermon.
From deepest dust to golden morning, every shade a soul is born.
Uko kamili, you are complete, no two tones the same, yet all I
We
see.
shine like sun through forest leaves, we bloom like truth that never leaves.
Light and dark, the gift we bring, each of us a sacred thing.
You, whose skin is cold and copper, bronze and blue, whose undertones hum with the hush of ancestors and harvest moons. You are the balafons breath, the curve of river clay, the rhythm of feet tracing truth and dust, the flame that will not fade.
Moyo wangu ni wakale, my heart is ancient, your shade is not fashion, it is lineage.
It is prayer wrapped in faith.
Oh yeah, everybody, we're about to get this thing going.
Let the mirrors rise to meet your face, let the world relearn your praise.
From deepest dust to golden morning, every shade a soul is born.
Your rainbow huja kwa aina zote, beauty comes in every form.
All right, let's get this party started. Let's start it off positive. Let's start it off fast. If you're watching in the clouds, welcome from the clouds. If you're watching on replay, welcome to the replay crew. Here we go.
My name is Kurt. Whoa, what
Wait,
it do?
wait. What's going on here? I don't hear anything.
Okay. Biology major from BCU. Okay. I'm also a chemistry major too.
Okay. Let me try something here. That's weird. Can you guys hear it out there? Let me play it again. Here we go.
Get 'em.
Let me try flipping it like that.
Hey, boy, I had to study for a test. Get 'em. Ah, they low when I succeed because I
don't hear anything. Do you guys hear anything? Let me see what the heck is going on here. Okay. Let me stop the screen for a minute. Try one more thing here. Yeah, let me try that. Close that. Open another window. You know how we do it. Indiana, bomb in the house. All right, it's good to see everybody coming through. Let's see why my clips aren't playing. Anna Mom, how was your week? Hope it was good. Let me try this one. You got to be freaking kidding me. Huh. Okay, let me try this. Hold on, let's see here. Let's go back over here for a minute. Oh, it might help if I put it. No, I still should make noise. Still should make noise. Let me try this. I bet it's something really simple. All right, Phoenix Soul in the house. Can you guys hear that? Anything coming from the video? Let me know. Put a 1 if you can, what 2 if you can't. I can't hear anything. I don't know what's going on here. Okay. Maybe it has something to do with. No, the music's playing now. Okay, let me go in here. Okay. Turn that off. Okay. Maybe we can just have everybody come up to the, let me just drop the link right now while I figure out this issue. But yeah, if you have any thoughts about Black excellence, or you want to define it, please come up. Let's go through it. Meanwhile, I'm going to try to resolve this issue with the sound. Okay, so I'm going to go to let me try. Okay, might lose you for a second. Here we go. Okay, let's see if that works. Okay, microphone check 1 2. Okay, so all right. Okay, so let's see. So I tried a different browser as well. Let me see if you can hear it out there. Hold on 1 second. Well, I know it won't matter if you can't hear it. I can't hear it. Yeah, I'll be right back. I'll be right back. Test 1, 2. Test 1, 2. Okay, at least the mic's working. Hold on, everybody. I got to change computers. Hold on. This is just crazy to me. I had sound playing for a minute. Here we go. Okay. There we go. Okay. Okay. I think I got something going on here now. Here we go. I'm sorry for the delay, everybody, but I got in late. And let's see here. Oh, okay. I'm using the wrong mic anyway. Let me see if this works. Okay, this probably works a lot better. There, we're getting there. And then I'm going to choose for playback. Why don't I go ahead and choose this? Test 1, 2. Test 1, 2. Let me go ahead. Where is it at? Test 1, 2. Test 1, 2. Okay. Let me see if I can get this going. Here we go. Let me see. Okay, here we go. Okay. Okay. I'm glad everybody's being patient. Loud and clear? All right. Cool. Okay, so Windows, there we go. Want this one right here. Share that one like that. Then I'm going to go like something like this right here. And let me start it. Let me see if you can hear it. Let me see if you can hear this video. Here we go. Can you guys hear that? Can you hear the video? Put a 1 in the chat if you can hear the video. Let me know. Okay. I guess you can't hear it. Put a 2 in the chat if you can. No, you can't hear it? Okay. Let me see here. Let me play. I'm going to play right now. Here. Can you hear that? It was louder before? Okay, let me pause that for a minute. I think I can fix that part too. Okay. But you can hear it, right? You can hear it, right? No? Oh, no. Okay, let me think this one out. Come on. Okay, let me try this then. Let me try this. Bring this up here. Bring it up another window. That should have played. Copy. Paste and go. Okay, let me pause that. I'm going to bring up another window. Stop screen. Start it again. Start screen. Okay, let me know if you can hear it. Here we go.
My name is Terrence. Whoa, what it do? Okay. Biology major from BCU. Okay.
Can you guys hear that? I paused it, so just check and see.
Hey, I'm also a chemistry major too. Get him. Neurology's what I want to pursue. Go ahead. My name is Terry. Hey, that's my twin. Yeah.
Can you guys hear that? Yes or no? Oh, perfect. But excellent. So I'm going to start from the beginning. This is some young fellas doing it the right way. So I want to make sure I get them in the mix. And here we go.
My name is Terrence. Whoa, what it do? Okay. Biology major from BCU. Okay. I'm also a chemistry major too.
Okay.
Neurology's what I want to pursue. Go ahead. My name is Terry. That's my twin. Yeah. BCU's also where I take it's therapy, bio, and medicine. Let's get it. Whew. Black.
All right. That's what I'm talking about. That's what you call black excellence right there. It's some young brothers getting up on that education hard. You know, they're going to be becoming some doctors, some lawyers. They're doing it the right way. Here we go.
Excellent. Come on, John.
My name is John.
John.
And these my friends.
We are.
Strong black man.
Come on.
We know you love that melanin.
Okay. Top 10 of my class. BCU on the map.
Yeah. Wait. I got. They're playing music. I don't know the music, but you get the. See, the thing is that when you start your excellence young, you start your excellence young in your life. You don't wait for it to just show up. You don't wait for it to show up. You know, if you can hear me in the chat, put a 1 in the chat. I just want to make sure you can hear me. But you want to start early. You want to start right after you get out of middle school. You think of Black excellence. That's what you try to do. I mean, really, you do it all your life. Brina West in the house, Indiana Mom in the house, Cyber Dreams in the house, Phoenix Soul in the house. King Sigma somewhere. We don't know where he at, but he might be in the mix. You know, he might be trying to get some Black excellence. And this way we do it. Here we go.
I'm a pre-med undergrad. I'm educated, so they mad. Nah, excellence is the answer. Education just might cure cancer. We stay.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I am talking about. But since they're playing music, I better stop that one. But I just want to play the young brothers. Let them say something to you for a minute. You know. And back, you know, I'll go way back in the day. I do a Dr. Umar where he talks about 1444 and stuff. I'll bring it back then. Here we go.
What if I told you that some of the bravest heroes of the Revolutionary War fought for freedom that wasn't yet promised to them?
Yeah, we fell for that one. But hey, we were excellent soldiers back in the day. We excellent soldiers today. That's what is going down. I don't know why. So many of us brothers went astray, but there's very good ones out there, small percentage, but still we're out there. Here we go.
African-American patriots played a crucial role in shaping the outcome of the war. From the very first shots at Lexington and Concord, Black soldiers like Peter Salem stood among the ranks. Salem, a formerly enslaved man, famously fought at the Battle of Bunker Hill, where his actions were credited with saving countless lives. Thousands of African Americans, both free and enslaved, joined the Continental Army, hoping that victory would bring liberty for all.
Yeah, I mean, look at all the work we put in back in the day. I mean, way back in the day, you know, for freedom, only to really, in a way, give it up for, you know, for hip hop, in a way. If you know what I mean. So, I mean, there's other ways. What I see is that we lost our way in some ways, and we can get it back really easy. All we have to do is put it in, you know. Yeah, look at Deontay, his cousin. He says, my cousin is 18 years old and got a full academic scholarship to Ohio State. These good Black men are out here in abundance. I don't know about abundance, but we out there. The thing is that in abundance, it depends on how we market that. Because I think in my opinion, a lot of the good Black men, we are being outnumbered greatly because we are. Anyway, let me keep this going here. I'm going to bring up in fact, this person right here, this man right here, he kind of breaks down the way I'm feeling like right now. Here we go. Wait, hold on. Let me bring him up to the screen, not the stage, but the screen. Here we go. Here we go, right here. Okay, breaking it down. Here we go.
For decades, we've known P. Diddy as the symbol of Black excellence, right? We can all agree to that. He built a massive fashion empire with Sean John. He also had a media company. He had spirits, and he was just the #1 icon in America. Now that image is shattered.
Yes, ma'am.
What are their ages?
4, 3, 2, 1, 6 months.
And where are they? Who are they with?
Their mothers.
How many mothers?
3.
All right, that is not Black excellence.
And now we have men like this. Deontay, your cousin is the epitome of Black excellence. Unfortunately, we have men like this on the screen who are not.
The fact that you're here is
You look at him, he's looking at the shirt like, huh?
not Black excellence, unless that's the name of a building. But I'm assuming it's not. So you are not showing Black excellence to your ancestors or to your mother, your grandmother, or anyone. You understand?
He's in court for being a repeat offender. I mean, a lot. He's done a lot. So yeah, that's not the look of Black excellence, sir.
And
Yes, ma'am.
so don't wear Black excellence if you're not showing it.
Yes, ma'am.
Bars.
You are now listening to the
Let me pause that. And this man right here from the griot is breaking down some more argument on Black excellence. Here we go.
Who's always complaining about how hungry he is. And I saw him and I was just about to say what's up. And then I saw that he was eating a hamburger. So congratulations, America. We solved hunger, right? Because like that one guy who's hungry is eating. So like this hunger is over, right? No, it's not. Well, I guess I better
What are you talking about here? Let's get to the Black excellence part. Here we go.
probably heard the argument
Thank
that
you.
I'm about to explain to you
Okay, let's break it down.
about how racism is over because Oprah's rich. Or like if
Break it down.
America was so racist, how can Barack Obama become president? Or his one. Like, what about Jay-Z and Beyonce?
Oh
Like, if
yeah,
we oppress it,
oh no. We are gonna be talking about Jay-Z tomorrow. Let me just go ahead and give you my opinion on Jay-Z right now. He is not showing Black excellence. He did. He had times when he did, he could have, but quite honestly, if you were to really dig down deep in his history, he really does. He is not. He is not. He is. Unfortunately, we have connected our carts to the wrong horses in America, in my opinion. But I didn't really want to go over him a lot. But let's just say it this way: that kid is his kid. That kid is his kid. He really gave it away when he didn't. He had 10 years to go shut that kid up, his kid up, by simply just giving out a test and going, "See, dude, now shoot." You know what I mean? But he didn't do it. He didn't do it. To the stage, I got Deontay. What happened to my video? Hold on one second. Maybe I got to do it. There we go. Okay. So, Deontay, you got a few comments about Jay-Z before we move forward?
Just a few. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, well, right off the bat, I am a Jay-Z fan, especially, at least when it comes to his music. I know nobody's perfect. Everybody's got issues. Do I believe that Jay-Z snaked people in his business career? Yes, I do. Do I believe that he did things to get over on people in business? Yes, I do. And I also believe that that's the nature of pretty much all business from what I've seen around the world. I'm not saying that, trying to defend Jay-Z on anything he's done that's like, how should I say, egregious. But in the field of business, it's considered good business if you are able to basically legally play somebody. If you can set somebody up in a situation to where they trip over their own feet, or they don't know what they're doing, or they sign a contract without reading the fine print and not hiring a lawyer to look over their stuff, and you end up getting over on them, then technically you didn't do anything illegal. They didn't do their due diligence.
Oh no. I couldn't agree more. I mean, but the issue is that that's not really a sign or a signification of Black excellence. Black excellence means is that you're supposed to bring people up.
Hold on. I
And
understand that. But see, here's the thing. If we were in a situation to where we didn't do this to each other and we were in lockstep, right, with each other, because the inner work, like for example, white people do this to each other all the time. Chinese people, everybody do. But when they're dealing with other groups of people, they are in lockstep with each other.
right.
We are not. Like when we deal with white people, we break down into little tribes and get our own little white team and lawyers and go against each other. And it's none of it is black excellence. And Jay-Z is being exposed for a lot of it. So it's just, people been trying to get him for some reason. They done found something.
Yeah, well, it's not just this. Actually, believe it or not, I'm a proponent for. I really didn't like what happened um, with the NFL and the Super Bowl thing. That I'm not saying that. I think the combination of this and that, but it's not only this one thing. I mean, well, you're not going to save that for tomorrow though, because we're supposed to be talking positively here. So I'm going to move on from him because he got a little bit of smoke on him. But basically, yeah, there's a lot going on with Jay-Z right now, not only in the present, but way back in the day.
Well,
But
I do want to add to just one thing.
okay,
I totally agree with you. The only reason why Goodell and the NFL brought Jay-Z into the NFL was because they used him to try to smother out and smooth out the black community with what happened with Kaepernick. And Jay-Z's not dumb. Excuse me, he's not dumb. He knows what his role was and why he did it. But he didn't care. He took that opportunity anyway because he knew he didn't care how he got it. Because they were actually working on that deal before the Kaepernick thing happened. It's just that Goodell told him at the last minute, like, yo, this is now a part of the deal. You need to smooth this out, like, because we all a bunch of old rich white dudes and don't nobody want to hear it from us. So yeah, that was definitely some non-black excellent stuff that he showed right there. But that's all I got to say.
okay, here we go.
Everybody, how could they be rich? Well, here's my favorite one. You have money and you have everything you need. So why are you complaining about racism? And at the heart of that argument is this idea of black excellence. Like if one person overcomes the odds, like the white people like to call them the odds. He overcame the odds. I don't even know what I think the odds is racism. Is racism an odd? I guess so. Like I didn't ever think about it like that. But I guess white supremacy is like okay, I understand it now. And white supremacy is kind of odd when you think about it. Like to identify somebody who like don't season their food and can't clap on beat as supreme, that would be kind of odd. So I guess like racism or whiteness is an odd.
I'm not really understanding what he's getting to. Let's see if I go forward a little bit here. In fact, this is going to be controversial, but I think this is black excellence right here. This is going to sound crazy, but this right here.
Megan Thee Stallion posted a picture poolside, and let's just talk about how amazing she.
Yeah, $100 million man, $30 million woman, and he's. I mean, let me say this for real. Neither one of them have the super pristine past, but I think they make a great couple.
Yeah. Anytime I see a black couple together, I think it's good, especially the celebrities and especially the black men with the woman. It's very important. Images are very, very important, and especially to our youth. So yes, now this is the basketball version of you already know what I'm about to say, Sierra and Russell Wilson. Now, Klay Thompson is not as, how should I put it? he's not as plain or square as some people might say, or
Yeah,
even
yeah,
as Russell Wilson was when they got together. Klay Thompson got a little more swag to him, but he doesn't come. But at the same time, he not like a hood dude. He never came from that kind of background. His his father played. I believe his father played in the NBA, just like Steph Curry did. He grew up in an affluent family. Megan Thee Stallion, you already know what she on. Just listen to her music. But at the same time, I think that she done been through so much nonsense with these dusty ass dudes. Even as we seen, even these millionaires can be dusty, right?
right.
So he probably said, first off, let me get with a guy who wants to be with me, treat me right. It don't hurt that he's the richest dude she ever messed with too. I mean, easily. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, yes,
So
very much so.
and he's not gonna cause her no issues. He's not gonna smack her upside the head and get drunk and try to smash her girlfriend, none of that weird stuff. I
Right.
mean, so yeah, and I honestly hope a lot more of these celebrity women do what Sierra did and do what it looks like Megan is about to do. You
Mm-hmm.
know, like Nicki Minaj, for example, ended up marrying her the
What?
boyfriend she had when she was before she was famous, and he is a dope dealing
Right.
dude who got convicted of rape. He's a sex offender.
Right.
Yeah, like that's terrible. Like, you know what I'm saying? But she couldn't find no thug ass celebrity that wanted to be with her seriously, because that's the kind of man that she ultimately wanted. And it's whatever. But
Yeah.
I
I
hope
mean,
more of them do what they're doing.
I couldn't agree with you more. I mean, and it's that's the one thing that is of great concern. Look at Riri. We just found out that what ASCP Rocky cheated was Ben cheating on her. Been cheating on her. She got one in the oven, and he's been cheating on her. Not like it just started. He's got another kid on the way from somebody else. And you know about Kiki. We know it about Hallie. So yeah, I do. I mean, and the hard thing is that I will give these women this much of a break. It's the men are bandits, but they're complicated bandits because they all had a little bit of wherewithal, even though I heard that ASCP Rocker's broke now. But they all had some wherewithal or some broad value. What I mean is that they were famous in some way, right? But really, quite honestly, when it came to a relationship, they were absolutely no good. And so, yeah, I see Clay as a clear step above there. Don't get me wrong. I think he was there was been some little scrubs here and there, but I mean at the same time, for a balanced couple, this is about as balanced as it's going to be because we know what all Megan's been through, right? So if he just treats her good and they still break up later on, this is going to sound crazy, but I'm still calling that a win. As all I want them to do is treat her good. That's it. They don't have to stay together forever. They don't have to, get married. All I want to do is just see two people dating, act like adults. That's it. And I will call that black excellence just right there. I know it sounds. I know I'm scraping the bottom of the barrel saying that, but that's all I want to see in the realm of basketball wives and all that kind of stuff. You know what I mean? So, Clay's a pretty quiet dude. He's a pretty quiet dude. And how I know Clay creeped up on me is my sister's a huge fan. When he was with the
Warriors.
Golden State Warriors. I mean, she was like, Clay was always the quiet, good player of them all. And there were it was she's just still a fan. So she saw this and let me see if I can find that clip that she sent me. It was hilarious though. It was a clip of Clay and let me bring it up like this. I can bring it up like this. Give me 1 second. You can talk for a minute while I scrape this up, but I got to find this clip. It is hilarious.
And I was just thinking too, like I hope it does work out with them. But some, like Lil Boosie, for example, he's a good example of a rapper. He really just want ratchet chick. That's all he wants. He don't want a good clean cut girl. And like Nicki Minaj, she just want hood dudes.
Right.
I think a lot of these girls, even the celebrities, as we sing, go after these hood guys, and they get sick of it, like Sierra did, and some of them don't like Nicki. But I'm thinking about Lori Harvey. She had Michael B. Jordan.
Right.
He was in love with her. He proposed to her, and she turned him down to go and continue. To be honest, she was starting it up. And I think that one day she's going to regret that because he got this successful man, good looking man, black man, rich. He treated you well, wanted to be with you. And you done ran your body count up with all these dudes who literally just using you. I mean, they rapping about it now. And you're not going to have that opportunity again, not with somebody on that level. So you got to, I don't know what happened with Megan. I don't know how her and Clay start talking because they do seem like they from two different worlds. But the way I look at it is that he's really the catch for her.
Yeah, no, he's now. This is what I finally can say that he definitely brings something to the table.
Yeah.
Okay. We now don't get me wrong. The cool thing about this is Megan is no slouch. If you haven't noticed, she's been in a lot of commercials. She's like she did some commercial for like MGM or something like that. So if they really could kind of like scrape things together, they would be one hell of a power couple, because I would say they're probably both equally as famous. Maybe because Clay is quiet, he's not quite as famous, but then again, he doesn't have the past that Megan has, if you know what I mean. Megan has, this is Megan's chance. Let's put it this way. And again, she does not have to marry this guy. They do not have to be married to have a successful relationship. Just have a successful relationship. If it doesn't work out for one reason or the other, that's fine. But this is her chance. This is her chance right here. I got to play this one though, because this clip right here. Wait, oops, I messed it up. Hold on, I'm gonna bring it up. This is funny. This really, to me, this clip right here I'm about to play is pretty much the epitome of their relationship. And the funny thing is that Clay, he kind of likes women that are kind of on the ratchet side. From what?
Oh yeah.
So he's he's quiet. Don't get me wrong. He's quiet. He's very well mannered. Very well mannered. But listen to this clip.
When you realize why she's been single. After 2 weeks, when you realize why she's been single.
So there's one. I got to play the one where you can actually hear she's all screaming loud and everything. He's just nodding in there. Let me see if I can find that clip. That wasn't the one I was looking for. I want to find the right one. Let me put this. Let me put this up while I look for it, because this is like to me this is kind of like the battle for Black excellence. And what I mean is like both. This is like where it's. The thing is this. I guess I'm trying to say this. Megan is in a precarious situation where she's been given like a chance. I mean, for whatever the reason, it seems like society wants her to have that second chance. You see what I'm saying? Holding the foot and all. And I was really, it wasn't like I didn't think it was a problem or anything, but it was like, wow, she's in a lot of commercials. She's doing promotions for like, big companies. I'm talking about like Coca-Cola and oh, here it is. Maybe it's this one right here. And and for major companies. And if she can continue to build on that brand of keep a few things on here and there while seeking knowledge in the house. We Thank you, Why. Thank you so much. I really think she can do things. She can really show women that maybe have lived her past, right? You can get out of it. You can find that quiet guy who really likes you for you, if you know what I mean. And so let me shut up and start and play this other clip. I talk too much sometimes.
After 2 weeks.
No, it's the same damn one. Dang. I don't want to hear this. Okay, she's singing along with the song and everything. Hold on one second. Let me see if I can find this. Now, I've been on them for too long. I'll play it tomorrow. I'll play it tomorrow on the live tomorrow. But yeah, so basically, this is a battle for Black excellence. It's Megan fighting off the urge to get another bandit, in a matter of speaking.
Yeah, because it's not worth it in the end. It's not even worth it while it's happening. And I'll be honest with you, which I'm sure you already know this. A lot of this stuff is really driven sexually. The type of guys that these girls want, the type of girls these guys want. When you said that he likes a little ratchet, I'm gonna tell you, and I don't want to get vulgar, so I'm gonna keep it as polite as possible. But these ratchet chicks, DJ, they know what they're doing in the bedroom. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like the same way they twerking and all that, sexual dancing they doing, they perform sexually the same way. And so it's like it can be addictive for some people, but when you base your relationship off of sex, it never works.
True.
Because you only spend a small portion of your time, believe it or not, actually having sex in a relationship. Most of the time, y'all doing real shit,
Right. They could be the Black version of this is going to sound crazy, of Travis Kelce and I forgot what's her name. That's a shame I forgot her name. But where they're a power couple, but it's reversed because she's a $1 billion woman. Who is it?
Yeah. Taylor Swift. You're right. It took me a minute to think of her name. Taylor Swift.
Taylor Swift. Right. She's 1.5 billion. So yeah, I think Travis doesn't even make as much. I don't think he even makes as much as Clay does. But you see what I'm saying? They could still be a power couple. You just, you don't have to put all the numbers in there. And Eden Adele says this: it's absolutely fascinating to me just seeing Megan looking happy with a man who seems to actually like her. Makes whole grown men who never knew her. Yeah, exactly. Crash the and then you want to see, can Eden, you tell him the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. Yeah, I think, like I said, I think she's. I've never seen her really. She's really happy right now. Will they be have a future together? I don't know. But all I know is that she really, really seems to be happy with her. He seems to be happy with her. He don't have to be around her. He can walk down the street. You know what I mean? So I'm glad. I'm glad for them. But anyway, let me continue forward. I'm sorry I kind of stuck on that for too long. But this is I'm telling you, I'm sorry, you're gonna say something?
Nah, oh well, yeah. What's funny too is that most of these rappers are short. They're like under 5'10", 5'9". So Tory Lane, for example, is 5'7". So Megan, I think she's 5'10" or 5'11". So she looking down at all these little rapper boys. In this picture, she probably got on 3-4 inch heels, and she's still looking up to 6'8" Klay Thomas.
Right.
So I know that she likes that too, having a taller man. Like you probably just you know, because women like having men that's taller than them.
Yes. Yeah.
Especially when they're tall, because you know a woman that's 5'9" or taller is the average man is 5'9". So if a
Right.
woman is 5'9" or taller, she's probably just as tall or taller than her, you know, her man. And you know that can be a little awkward for some women, but she ain't got that problem with Clay because that's a tall boy and he can ball. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah. I wouldn't be surprised if she has on 5s right now and still short. You know what I mean?
Man,
So,
and I know this ain't really got nothing to do with it right now, but could you imagine what their kids would be like with him 6'8" athlete and she about 5'11" and she got an athletic body? Yeah.
Oh man, yeah. They I mean, let's put it this way. They would have that would be quite a legacy when you think about it. A top basketball player and a top whether you like her music or not, music artist. You know what I mean? Yep. And if yeah. And at this point, believe it or not, as far as Megan, I think Megan is in a situation where I don't think at this point she would mind being led if she, you know what I mean? Because I think she's been through so much that she knows that Clay, it seems like they're really establishing a strong trust. And a lot of people don't realize it, but it's the trust that makes that a person, you know, comfortable enough to be led by you in a matter of speaking. You know what I mean? And that I think is.
Oh, go ahead.
No, but that's all, you know, that's all I'm saying, you know.
Yeah, I think it's a misconception especially when women hear men say that they want to lead. Now, some men do mean control because they are fucked up individuals, right? But in all actuality, when men talk about providing and leading their family and their wife, and you know, they're not talking about controlling them. They're talking about making life more simple and more easy to live. Because I'm gonna set us up on a path and a plan. You know what I'm saying? Like that's really what is being talked. Like my sister, her husband is this dude is grade A. You know what I'm saying? Like he leads the family and she loves it. And my sister was a hardcore independent, don't need no man type deal. But when she met her husband and they started dating and he told her his philosophy on life and everything, and didn't just tell her, he was showing her. He was able to put it down. I mean, you know, this guy highly educated, got a great job, you know, so she loves it, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Like even like Beyonce, I don't know, bring up Beyonce and Jay-Z, but same thing with Beyonce. This girl worth $500 million herself. She don't need no man. But I'm telling you, Jay-Z got her on easy street. You know what I'm saying? Like just the way everything is set up. So and Clay can do the same thing with his wife. So I see at the end of the day,
I wouldn't compare. Not right now. Not right now.
Yeah, but if they did get what
but yeah, Clay and Jay-Z, they're cut from two different cloths. Clay came up with, like as you stated before, pretty much I wouldn't say super well off family, if you know what I mean. Well off.
Yeah.
So he doesn't know. Yeah, unless through his friends he might know a little bit about the street, right? But he don't know nothing about no streets, you know, for real, if you know what I mean. So yeah, but let me keep going here.
It was a spit in the face for you to talk about what white privilege looks like, especially from that side of the aisle. And let me quote your now ousted speaker and what he had to say about the Republican Party. When you look at the Democrats, they actually look like America. When I look at my party, we look like the most restrictive country club. And I want to talk about a two-tier justice system, and this is the only time that y'all have ever referenced it. when this country has a history to black and brown folk. You talk about free and fair elections, but you back a guy who we know tried to steal the election. And whatever happens to your little leader, it's going to be because of the actions that he took. So you can talk all you want to about how January 6th was nonsense, but all of y'all were running. Y'all were grabbing y'all's gas masks and y'all were running to your offices because you didn't know if they were coming to kill you. You should have cared that somebody was there to protect you, but instead you want to play games because you found out that it was your leader. So don't tell me that you care about the Constitution, because you don't.
Did you know an African American?
Okay, let me pause that. I have to say, this is what I like.
It was a spit in the face.
You know, it's not politics night, but the thing I like about her is that she's talking the way that a lot, believe it or not, a lot of people wanted to see from the Democrats. And they probably, the thing is that she is talking to these people like she's in the streets, but it's extremely appropriate at the same time, if you know what I mean. It's like, whether you agree with her part, you know, her or not, she's breaking it down. She's like, look, yeah, in so many words, she's saying, y'all hypocrites. And we have to hand it to her, at least, because really, quite honestly, everybody else has gotten kind of quiet in there. And that's pretty much all I wanted to bring up about. That's what makes her excellent in my opinion, is that she doesn't have a problem. To me, she's saying it like, I don't care if I lose my job or not. I'm going to say what I'm feeling right now. And that's what I respect about her.
Yeah, Jasmine Crockett is sometimes I don't really get what she's saying, because I understand that she's a Democrat and she has to hold the Democratic line. It's just like Republicans. I don't get on a lot of stuff they say because they got to hold certain lines, you know, for their party. But when it comes to the Democratic Party right now, they are really jacked up. Because they don't really have any national leaders. I don't know who they're gonna get to run next election. Like, she's really the biggest name that they have to me. I know they got Newsom in California, but Newsom looks like he oils his hair with car grease. Like, he just looks like he's one of those slick, super, you know, just conniving, smile in your face, say whatever you have to say to get.
But to me, that what makes him a good candidate. I mean, look, he fits right in with Trump. They both look like they got slicked hair. Well, Trump has a toupee on, but you see what I'm saying.
I'll tell you one thing about Trump, though. Trump is who he is. He's an arrogant asshole. And he doesn't hide it. And he's a bully and a bulldog, and he doesn't hide it. And I think that even people who didn't like Trump respected him for that. Now, same thing is going on here with Jasmine Crockett. I believe that she might not never say this out loud, but I believe that she read the Trump playbook and said, you know what? I'm just going to be myself. I'm not going to go out here and try to pretend like I'm this perfect, super, like you know, like articulate, I'm just perfect and pristine. I'm going to let loose. I'm going to let my hair down. I'm going to talk like I do when I'm with my people, you know, and it's got her attention and she makes sense. Now, I'm going to tell you, AOC is crazy, okay? Like, the stuff that she wants, even people in her own party look at her like she's nuts. Like, so she's never, you ain't never got to worry about her getting elected president or even becoming being nominated. Now, I think, I don't know what will happen with these people. I mean, Jasmine Crockett really is more, she really should have been the one running against Donald Trump in the election than Kamala Harris, because Kamala couldn't handle that. Like, at all.
Well, see, the thing is that is true. I mean, the thing is that, quite honestly, well, wait. We said we weren't going to talk about that. Let's go back to Black excellence. I'm sorry, I think cut it short.
But I got to cut it short. That's what I mean about Black excellence, though. Like I truly believe that. I'm not saying she would have beat Trump. I'm just saying that I do believe that she is of a different class. At first, I thought she was just putting on, and hey, we'll see in the future though. But I think that she is good. She's a good role model. Now I don't know if she's married or not, and that's important because at the end of the day, you're not going to get elected, especially a woman, if you're not married. I can't even say especially a woman, a man either.
Isn't she married?
I
Jasmine?
don't know. I've never seen her husband or her.
I think I want to say, you know something, I gotta, well, I'll look into it later. But I think she's married. I can't be for sure though.
Okay.
Yeah, but let me drop this link just in case somebody else wants to come up. Okay, so let me go on to this this spot right here.
Black inventors didn't stop in the past. They're still changing the world today. Dr. Lonnie Johnson created the Super Soaker and holds over 100 patents, including advanced energy tech for NASA.
Now that's, see, excuse my language, F the Super Soaker, all that all that other stuff, that tech and everything, that's I mean, I guess what I'm saying is that's what frustrates me so much, is when I see these dudes in these red pill channels or whatever, because, and I'm primarily mentioning them because it's the most, red pill channels are the most popular channels ever when it comes to black men. There is no other channel that is as popular for black men than red pill channels. And instead of having channels talking about how to become a scientist, how to become a lawyer, how to become a doctor, how to become an inventor, how to become a computer technician, how to become a systems engineer, what are they doing? And they are spending hours and hours on it doing it. I mean, that's why I get so mad at these dudes and on these red pill channels, because it's like you're literally wasting your time on here when you could be on somebody's rocket channel learning how to make, $200K a year. And yes, I do believe, like, there is bigotry in the world. Great racism is around. I know all of that. But basically, if we focus more on like, F that, let me go ahead and get some of this real bag, and literally focus on being rocket scientists. We're not dumb. We are not dumb. It's just the problem is a lot of the men, they choose to want to be dumb. I mean, you're choosing to only want to listen to red pill rhetoric instead of picking up a book on how to make, how to make money doing this or that or whatever. And that is that's the battle of black excellence we have ahead of us. Eden Adele says, Jasmine Crocker is bringing that heat. That is so needed, but very much lacking in the Democratic Party. She's a bright spot in an overall disappointment. Bars. Shout out to Miss Alto being in the house. Welcome. King Sigma is here. Red Pill is here to stay. King Sigma. Yeah, unfortunately, Chester, yeah, you're right. It is here to stay. And that's why, and if we don't break doing that, if we don't, here's a good question for you, Chester. Tell me how many of your red pill channels out there go over black excellence as it pertains to not only talking about it, but on what to do about it, how to be about it. That's the answer I'm looking for. Nothing. Nothing. Well,
I'm sorry, go ahead. The thing is so when red pill first came out, which was way before the pandemic, it wasn't about hating on women. Red pill was actually, a matter of fact, it was started by white people, I think. But
Yes.
red pill,
Yes, it
yeah,
was.
red pill. You remember where it comes from? It comes from the Matrix.
Right.
How Morpheus gave Neo the opportunity to take the blue pill, you'll go back to your regular life, living the dream. Take the red pill, and you will find out the truth about what's going on. And red pill was for people who were into conspiracy theories, people who didn't understand like how the government really worked, how manipulation really worked, all that kind of stuff. Then a small section of it was about men, was talking about how they're purposely trying to soften the men in our society. And then that led to relationships with women and empowering women over men for this reason. And then that led to the man versus woman, which led to the manosphere. So I think that the manosphere and the red pill get intertwined a lot, but it's just easy to just call it red pill now, but it's technically the red pill did not, original intention was not to be this messy bullshit with men versus women. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Now the manosphere definitely was. It was definitely intended to be, especially if you go back and listen to Kevin Samuels, like it was definitely intended to be like Kevin used to get on the men a lot, but once he switched to women, he would tell them chicks like, hey, y'all got decades of all these channels and magazines and movies dedicated to, to talking about men, and one guy makes one channel about talking about women and the whole world go crazy. So that's really what sparked it all. I mean, Kevin Samuels.
Actually, to be honest with you, Kevin was late to the party. He just made it work the best because Angry Man was already around. Coach whatever that Coach whatever that Greg Adams has been around. And the funny thing is, this is what I learned is that none of them are doctors, none of them are scientists, none of them are even high engineers. None of them are really high earning at all. Really,
almost
quite honestly,
all six-figure earners.
Let me finish. Quite honestly, most of them ain't shit. Now, Chester, what is your report?
I came up to answer your questions. I came up because one of your moderators placed me in timeout. I don't know why, but they put me in timeout, so I had to pull up. But to answer your question, Angry Man goes over Black excellence every stream. He actually goes on rant every stream.
Okay, I will research.
And
that.
all the other content
creators. The last time I looked at Angry Man, he was talking that smack about Black women, and it's ironic because
did you watch the whole
shit.
stream? Because all his streams are almost 5 hours. So
yeah, see, I ain't sitting around for no 5 hours
well,
stream.
You missed it.
Okay, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to do research, and we'll get back on.
Hold on,
Angry Man
I got to address a couple things,
let me ask
and
you
then
this.
I'm going to bed.
Okay, let me ask you this.
Yeah.
So before Angry Man got on YouTube, what did he do for a living?
Doesn't matter what he did for a living. He elevated.
No, he ain't shit. He talking shit is not elevating. Talking shit is not Black excellence.
He's high six-figure earner.
We don't even know if he's Black.
He's Black. He already went over that like a million times.
No.
He showed his whole parentage. He's Black.
And what?
But to address a couple of things, I heard someone say like the red pill or manosphere, something about men versus women. It's never been men versus women. We do not want to compete with women. They're the ones, some of them, not all, they're the ones who are really trying to compete with us. But it's not men versus women.
So let me break it down like this.
We don't want to fight. We don't want to fight.
If we went by the numbers, women are winning already. So it's not men against women. I understand. I like where you're coming from.
Winning where?
Are you kidding me? They're
not winning in anything.
They're more employed than Black men are. They're more educated than Black men are.
Not really. Not most educated. Most enrolled.
No.
Most enrolled.
See, the thing is this.
Most college
if you ain't gonna be honest, I mean, we can't help you. But let me break it down like this. Okay. Let's say if Black women were even. Okay, and you already said not really, which is already hedging hedging the fact that black women are at least even with black men in a society where
they're leading in all the wrong
no
categories.
Okay, let me ask you this then. Okay.
Most divorced, least married, most trips to Planned Parenthood.
Okay.
Most amount of college debt.
Okay, let me
most
stop you right
laid
there.
off because the federal government is the biggest employer.
I got a retort for you.
And they're cutting jobs like whoa.
Okay, are you done yet? Okay, here's my retort. Who goes to prison more?
Thugs.
Okay. Number one. Number two. Okay. Who out of all the men?
It's not a competition.
Okay. No. You brought
it's
it
not
up.
a competition
No,
to see who can be the most debaucherous.
No. You made it a competition. I'll tell you why.
No.
You started saying that women.
Do you know what channels like Kevin Samuels are all about?
Are you gonna let me talk or not? Are you gonna let me talk or not?
Oh, it's an important point.
I'm trying to stay away from my mute button, man. Okay. This is what I'm gonna break down. Okay. Number one, I have to say that some of the things you said don't make sense to me because number one, black women are the most employed. They have the most businesses. Okay. Number two, they are not. Black men are incarcerated at like 100-to-1 comparison to black women. You can't say. I bring that up because you can't say black women are the worst in every category and then sneakily look over that one. Okay. If you want to put up, I don't mind you saying, oh yeah, this and that. Guess who sends them to Planned Parenthood? They
go on their own.
No, they might go on their own.
They might
go on their own, but some dude who didn't strap up sent them there.
Okay, well, why did she let him hit raw?
Wait. So
why did she let him hit raw?
What's your retort to the prison thing? You never got back to me on that one.
Why did she let him hit raw? The onus is on her. She could have said no. She could have said, put a condom on and we ain't doing nothing.
Well, actually, a large portion of them were children. So let's get past that because that's not what this is about. So let me.
Good deflect.
Good deflect. Man, wait. You have to understand this. Oh, no, hey, to me, I just won. But anyway, let's think about it like this.
You ain't nothing.
Okay. So who is the female?
Who was up here? Rucker? Mr. Rucker?
No.
I'm trying to address his points before I forget.
Deontay.
Yes.
Okay. I'm sorry.
Don't
I
insult
your
him
name.
like that.
I can't see.
Okay, let me break it down like this. I can't
see.
Okay. I know you can't see. I know you can't see. But anyway, let's break it down like this. Okay. Who's the female example of Diddy?
Hold on. I'm gonna come right back.
I know. I got you. Got you again. I got him in the house. Ghost is in the house. Yep. Planned Parenthood is way more than abortions for women and men needing health care. Bars. Okay, let me play some little bit more of that. I think I chased him off with that one. He had nothing to say. They don't have nothing to say, ladies and gentlemen. They have nothing to say about Diddy because there's no black female example of Diddy at all. That's just how bad it is. What I'm going to do.
No, you're right. It's not. I just thought about that. I was gonna say, well, it is Wonder Woman, but she ain't black. And that's Ghislaine Maxwell.
That's true. Okay, here we go.
Lisa Galopter helped develop GIFs and streaming technology used by Netflix and Hulu. Mark Dean was a lead engineer at IBM, helping invent the first color PC monitor and computer chip technology. Dr. Hadid.
That's a big deal. A black man invented something that we cannot live without. And we've been making these inventions for a long time. But instead of building on that, in my opinion, we built on hip hop.
Well, the thing is with us is that think about it, DJ. We live in the middle of the white empire, right? So they're not going to tell us that we are geniuses or that we have the mental capability of creating futuristic technology that basically save the world from everything that's destroying itself. So one of the biggest things that they never tell us, they always talk about how Africa has all the resources, right? And how black people are really good physically, dancing, creating, artistry, whatever. Our intellect is just as valuable, or probably more valuable, than anything physical that we can do.
Right.
And I'm gonna tell you, you can see it anywhere. And this is what gives me hope over the years. Even with these ignorant, dumbass, thug-ass, dusty jailbirds, right? You can see that they all have an intelligence. They just never refine it because they bored. They don't like school. I had a guy I went to school with. He ended up getting killed in the streets about 10 years ago. But anyway, we went to elementary and middle school together, and we were in a chess club. And when we got to middle school, he was really good at chess. I mean, he used to tear me up. We used to battle back and forth. But he used to always get D's and F's in class, you know. And
Right.
I was like, hey man, how are you so good at chess? I mean, we would go to the main library downtown in Akron, playing adults, and he would tear their mouth out. I'm like, how are you so good at chess, but you bad in school? And he literally told me, this is a 12-year-old kid. He said, because school boring as fuck. That's exactly what he said. He didn't say it was hard. He didn't say he didn't understand it. He just said it was boring. He just didn't do his work.
Right.
He
might have benefited he probably would have benefited from skipping. And what I mean is, like, he probably had the intelligence of somebody in college. You see what I'm saying? And for whatever the reason, nobody put him on that platform where his intelligence could be challenged. That's what makes him happy. You see what I'm saying? So the problem is that nobody saw that in him. And yes, he got bored. You can't make people go too fast in school. There's some people you can't make them go too slow in school as well, if you know what I mean. And they should have snatched him out of there and put him in that starting at a college freshman and let him work from there. You see what I'm saying?
That's what half of the ADHD is, in my opinion, with black boys across this country, is that school is just too slow for them. They got to sit down. My little brother was like that when he was in first grade. He used to get all of his schoolwork done like in 5 to 10 minutes. And then he would have to sit there for 30 minutes quiet while the rest of his class was finishing. He couldn't do it. He had to talk, jump around, move. The principal, the school, Umar would love this one. The principal, the school counselor, and the teacher were all recommending he get tested for ADHD. And my mom and my grandma thought that he should do it. And my dad said he don't need that. My dad gave his teacher his number and said, if he ever calls a problem, call me. First time he caused a problem after that, she called him. My dad went up to the school and called Duran, my brother's name, called him to the office for a doctor's appointment. And I'm doing air quotes, right? And my dad would take my brother home and whooped his ass. Like literally.
Oh,
and brought him back to school. He had 2 more doctor's appointments, if you know what I'm saying, after that. And after that, he calmed down. And he ain't need it. And all of a sudden, his ADHD went away. You know, and this is the same kid, this is the same brother I told you before who ended up full ride to Ohio State for an athletic scholarship. Won a national championship, graduated with a degree in sociology, the head coach of a high school now in Akron. He's actually the head coach of St. V's High School, the school LeBron went to. We went there as well. So he turned out fine. But his teacher swore he had ADHD, you know?
Yeah, that has been the go-to for a while.
Yeah.
That had been the go-to. Anyway, let me play a little bit more of this.
Nicole Green developed a laser treatment that could cure cancer without chemotherapy. These are just a few of the Black inventors shaping the future.
Now, the other problem we have is that when we invent these multi-trillion-dollar inventions, the problem is that we need an army of Black lawyers to protect it, if you know what I mean.
Exactly.
That's the problem. I mean, just the inventions these scientists have done, these Black scientists have done, could lift up our whole culture more than anything. And I think that's where we need to correct, because we're still out here making those inventions. The problem is that they're being taken away from us, or we were working for a company, and how it is. If you work for a company and you invent something, even they might be paying you $500,000, but you make them $1 trillion, and they keep the money, and then they make the money off of it. Then you see where I'm coming from. So
yes, it's man, I have to look it up. So this might have been 10 years ago. Do you remember hearing about this 14-year-old boy? He went to some medical seminar with his class, and they had like one of those like little models showing how a surgical procedure was done for some surgical procedure, and you could like practice with it. And it was a doctor there who was showing the kids how to do it. And as he was doing it, he asked the doctor, he said, well, wouldn't it be better if you did it like this? And the doctor said, well, that would be, but we can't do it like that because this, I can't remember exactly what he said, this thing is in the way. He said, well, what if you use this instrument? He said, well, we don't use this instrument for this type of procedure. He was like, yeah, but if you did, you'd be able to get past whatever it is. And the doc was like, damn, you're right. And the doctor actually did it himself during surgeries and found that it worked. It was quicker, safer, and everything. And luckily, he did give credit to the boy for coming up with it. A 14-year-old boy.
Wow.
Yeah. So it's like we coming up with this stuff every day. Like, it's just like as easily as we can come up with a rap song or a beat,
right,
or a piece of clothes or a design for a shoe or a hairstyle, we can come up with any kind of something with surgical technology, political. We come up with this stuff. It's in our minds, So yeah, you're right, DJ. The biggest problem that we really have is that most of these inventors that we're talking about or listening to, they don't have the patents to their own ideas.
Right.
But they'll give you credit for it, though. That's the crazy part. They'll give them credit for it, but they won't give them the patent. And the patent is most important because that's where the money is.
Yeah, thank you. Exactly. So, yeah, he shouldn't have, the doctor should have, well, whoever the doctor was, that's really the kid's invention. So he should have been like, he could take his little piece, but I'm like, look, dude, shout out to intellectual property. Yep. Shout out to Miss Alto.
Yeah, IP.
That's big. Hey, it's big. It's, yeah. Let me break this down right here.
I think the first time I got really afraid was when I met Prince. He called me. He says, hey, I want to know if you want to come to Paisley Park and jam. And I'm like, who is this on my phone? He's like, this is Prince. And I'm like, yeah, right. Who is it really? He didn't say anything else. He's like, how soon can you get here? And I was like, tomorrow. So they flew me out the next day, and I stayed up all night trying to learn all these Prince songs. So I'm going to try to learn as much as I can. I got there, and he's like, do you know any Sly and the Family Stone? I'm like, well, yeah, but I'm thinking in my mind, I'm supposed to be here playing a Prince song because I stayed up all night to do that. And he's like, let's do some Thank You for Letting Me Be Myself. He asked me to play, and I froze up. I just couldn't play because I'm like, it's Prince, Purple Rain Prince. Rhonda Smith, Larry Graham, like he's had all the most amazing bass players in his band, and he's an amazing bass player himself. What can I offer? he sits down at the piano and he's like, Nick, who's your favorite bass player? And so I told him, I'm like, I love Jocko, I love Marcus Miller, started naming all my favorite bass players.
Those are some damn good bass players, let me tell you that.
And he's like, great, I'm not asking you to be them. You're Nick West. I've seen your videos. I just want to see you do what you do in person. Just be you. If you weren't good at what you do, trust me, you wouldn't be here. So just do you. Do Nick West. Nobody else can do Nick West better than Nick West. So I think at that moment, November 2012 was the first time that I was like, okay, no matter who it is, I'm just going to be me and be confident with it. So I started playing the song and
yeah, get it. That's one of my favorite songs, by the way, but
song, and he takes my bass and he's like, that's great, but let me show you some variations, like how Larry played it. Larry Graham's like the most aggressive slap bass player. It's just crazy. So he grabs my bass and he shows me some variations, and then he's like, you gotta really dig in, you gotta get aggressive. Larry's the only person that I know of that has broken bass strings by slapping.
Man, bass strings are thick.
Them so hard. So Prince took my bass and played it. And I think I started playing more aggressively after that. When I went to
I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just saying it is a difference the way you play.
Yeah, thank you for letting me be a man. That was my jam. I know I sound hella good. Phoenix Soul, don't say Phoenix Soul or Ghost, don't say nothing. Okay. Well, Miss Alta says Prince is highly respected the legendary Verdine White and Louis Johnson. Yep. He loved his old school. He hung out with George Clinton from the Parliament Funkadelic.
I love George Clinton.
I think he even met Rick James. I don't think they got along though. But let's see what else. Where'd it go? Oh, there it is. Okay, I don't know what happened here. Okay. I'm gonna skip. I'm not going to play Russell Wilson, but he's very happy. Everybody.
I made the decision to sell the company, the Star Wars. I made that decision because I looked at the future. I looked at the fact that I was going to have a baby. I looked at the fact that I was married.
Now that's Black excellence. When you can make a multi-billionaire have a baby with you, they are still together today. And it's been like at least 20 years. And she literally runs Chase Bank. She's been CEOs and whatever you can call it, O's. And that's one of the reasons why he sold
Lucasfilms.
Yeah, Lucasfilms.
Married, and I looked at the.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
So I just want to add just a quick little side note with George Lucas. I think George Lucas is a genius. And him marrying a black woman is a part of his genius, of course. But his Star Wars is one of the most compelling stories ever told. Yes. And I know people love like Lord of the Rings and Game of Thrones, all that stuff. But the way that he wrote Senator Palpatine, the Emperor, the way that he took over the galaxy as the good guy and the bad guy at the same time and manipulated everybody. You can really learn a lot about politics watching it. Those are what people call the boring parts, right? Where they just talk and no lightsabers. But he was a genius. And I think the worst mistake he ever made was selling that thing. And not because he did a bad job, because I know he did it for his family, but because Disney destroyed a lot.
Oh.
They just jacked it up. And he needs to, I wish he could come back and they would let him direct some more, like another 3 movies, and put this thing back on track. Because that was just a genius story, you know. So that's my little geek out right there. My little nerd out.
Well, since you said that, let me break this down. I think you're gonna like this. Here we go.
Fact that I wanted to build a museum, and I looked at the fact that I wanted to make experimental films. So my life was going on a different track. I noticed the last few movies that I'd made were costing the company a lot of money, and I didn't think that was fair to the people that worked there or the company. And so I had made a decision to move ahead on the next Star Wars series, and we were starting to do that.
So you were starting to make the next Star Wars.
Yeah.
You as director, filmmaker.
I was also stepping away a little bit and turning things over to Kathy Kennedy. What happened was Disney said, gee, or Bob Iger said, gee, if you really want to sell your company, if you're thinking about selling it, because we were talking about retirement and what are you going to do after all this kind of stuff. And he said, well, if you really want to sell it, we're very interested. So that started that ball rolling.
Everybody wish goes to good evening. Everybody wish goes to good evening.
And I had the story treatments or, outlines. And we were working on scripts. So I sold it. But I knew when I sold it, I said, I've tried to make movies where I step away to sort of Empire and Return of the Jedi.
Right.
And after about a couple of weeks, I knew I couldn't do that. I had to stand over the shoulder of the director, help him, whisper in his ear constantly, no, do this, do that, and be there to help guide it. And it was much harder than if I just directed it myself.
J.J. Abrams.
J.J. Abrams. He's a good director and he's a good friend and all this sort of thing. But he's also a top director company.
So basically, yeah, he really, what am I trying to say? Yeah, I think he's going to be coming back. Let's just put it that way. I think you're going to get your geek on pretty soon. But that's Black excellence when you can make a multi-billionaire, step back from his job, because that's why he stepped back, was because, she was having a child for him. And I'm sure that child's grown by now, but, and he wanted to do it. It wasn't like she badgered him to do it. You see what I'm saying? So that's the effect that she had on him, that I guess what he said in another interview on how, like, basically he might have been running the movies, but she did everything else. And
remember, I came up with this with this phrase, man. I have to get it coined. The CEO's wife is the CEO of the CEO's life.
Hey, very well said. Very well said. Very well said.
I was a garbage man, like Troy. Garbage man, you get 3 hours, you get 8 hours worth of work, but you can do it in 3. So you can go home as soon as you finish. Post office, you get 3 hours worth of work and you make it last 8. I did both. I like being a garbage man better. But they weren't bad jobs. It's like, people say, oh, the difficulty of making a movie. I'm like, send your son to Iraq. That's difficult. It's just a movie. It's like, relax. I don't play that precious nonsense. Oh, we're moving over. Get out of here. Your son got shot in the face. That's difficult. Making a movie is a luxury. It's a gift. It's an opportunity. And most importantly, it's a gift. Obviously, everybody here is talented enough to do that. But don't get it twisted. It's just a movie. It ain't that big a deal.
Most grounded, one of the most grounded actors I ever know.
Yeah, Denzel is an animal, man. He's one of the best actors all time. I just watched The Siege the other day. Man, I saw Devil in the Blue Dress for the first time a few months ago. Man, Denzel is just, the dude got it, okay? Like, obviously, I'm not saying nothing new.
Right.
But I transitioned from the best black actor of all time to just one of the top. I think he's one of the top 3 best actors ever, no matter what color, genre, background. I mean, he's the man. Like him, Robert De Niro, Daniel Day-Lewis. You know, it's a bunch of them, but I think that those 3 are like really, really, really up there. You know, I think that's it. You know, I mean, I love Leonardo DiCaprio a lot. You know, but I don't think he's touching them 3, especially. I mean, Denzel can do so much, man. Like his range is like it's ridiculous. And like you said, he's a grounded guy. He's been married to the same woman. Like I love him and Samuel L. Jackson. They both been married to the same women for over 30 years. You know, they just that's the kind of stuff that you got to really look up to. You know.
Exactly. And his son is looking very promising as well.
Oh yeah, man. You know, I'm sorry, DJ. I just want to say, during the pandemic, that movie Tenet came out.
Oh man,
with his film. And Tenet was a good movie. It was like most Christopher Nolan movies. It was kind of you got to watch it a few times to get it because they was traveling through time. But man, if that movie wouldn't have came out during the pandemic, it really would have made him like a superstar. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
I really wish they could like re-release it or something because that was a great movie and it was the visuals in there, how he was fighting himself backwards. I don't know if you've seen the movie, but like it was.
I most definitely have.
Yeah, like it was a scene in the beginning where he was fighting not in the beginning, in the middle where he was fighting a guy backwards through time. And then at the end of the movie, when they went back, you realized he was actually fighting himself and didn't know it until he played the other position. And I'm like, this is the craziest thing. Like, yeah. Like, so John David Washington, that's his name.
Yeah, I think he's going to be just fine. And that's another thing that I'm concerned with as far as Black excellence is that I know that some of us, you know, bring our children along, you know, in the same field or something like that. But I think a lot of it, like what happened with Earth, Wind and Fire? Oh, there were like 10 guys in the group. Where are their kids playing? You know what I mean? You know, Johnny Glover did the same with his son. Though his son went more into music, but don't get it wrong. I guarantee you he can act well too. So yeah, I just wish there was more of that because that's how you really build that generational wealth is generational talent. You know, that's and it could be anything from being an actor or something to just being a scientist. That's the key. Anyway, I got one more to play and then we're going to call it a day. Here we go, y'all.
I think it was 98,000 crystals, and we did 5 fittings, and then I kept telling them it needs to be tighter, it needs to have more crystals, more crystals, more crystals.
So I didn't know she had so much input on what she wore, but that's how good she is. She's like, yeah. I mean, she is a fitting replacement for Imam and a lot of the other artists not artists, but she is an artist. She literally helped design this probably $1 million dress. So yeah, that's basically, I'm impressed with that too. So any last words for tonight, Deontay?
Yeah, I just want to say, just real quick, since we're showing our beautiful sister right there, because I was looking at Jasmine Crockett. Actually, I was watching her earlier on the news, and she had her skin all oiled up and moisturized. The thing about Black people, and they talk about us for being dark, especially the darker we are. Every complexion looks good, right? But man, dark-skinned Black people, when we are moisturized, like this woman here, the skin is shining. We look like gods. I mean, it's like it's crazy. No other race can really, especially. I'm not trying to be racist saying this, but they just can't. White people can't look like we can, obviously, right? That's why the Italians in those lower boot, lower Europeans and whites pride themselves on being able to tan. But man, we just look. I mean, we look good, period. But I'm saying when we get that, put that lotion on and that oil and shea butter, man, whatever you use to moisturize, it just every time I put lotion on, I look at my hands and my arms and be like, damn, I look like a god. Like I can just create with my fingers. You know what I'm saying?
What's something weird about her?
What's that?
They dogged her out when she was young.
Oh, of course
they were shaming her, saying you're too dark and all that. Oh man.
Man, I'm gonna tell you this real quick. I went to school with this girl. Her name was Laveda, right? And she was really dark skinned. And when we were in elementary, the guys and girls used to call her Dark Vader because her name was Laveda. And she used to go home and cry and everything. And she ended up moving with her grandma to like Texas or something. And she moved back to Akron with her mom her junior year in high school. And when she came back, she was still dark skinned. But I'm gonna tell you, every dude that used to make fun of her, they was on her team, crawling because she developed into this super bad little thick thing. And I mean, like they ain't give a sheen what color she was. She could have been dark as coal. They was after her, and I was like, man, I'm so glad I never made fun of Laveda. Well, we was cool, you know. So she's actually doing pretty good now. But I just think, yeah, kids are cruel. You know how it goes.
Yeah, that is so true. So everybody, that's it for tonight. You got another live stream tomorrow. I'm going to start tomorrow earlier. I think that's the main thing. I need to start a little bit earlier, but you got to do what you got to do during the week. So, but tomorrow we'll be live.
You talking about Jay-Z tomorrow?
About what?
You said we talking about Jay-Z tomorrow?
Yeah, we're going to be talking about Jay-Z tomorrow. I got some very interesting things for tomorrow. I don't want to say everything, but Jay-Z is definitely being talked about because he put himself in a very precarious situation, But yeah, he put himself in a very precarious situation. If there's been a chess game played, he's in check. And what I mean is that somebody got check on him because I don't know how he's gonna. I don't know. We'll see. We know Beyonce ain't going nowhere, but it's like, wow. I mean, I'm convinced that because again, somebody brought it up that look, if you saw how fast he smacked down, that situation with that woman and Diddy, the girl and Diddy at the time, and you would think he would just have done the same in this situation here, but he didn't. So something's weird. Winter's coming. I don't know. But anyway, let me shut up and shut this down. Everyone, thank you for coming through. This is DJ Torch, and I am out of here.